Whoever on the conference call, make yourself known. Alright, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Barakathum to all the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Alathah, Shem Yahushua to all the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer Jeremiah, I.S.U.P.K, Atlanta. I got Officer Napash with me. We're gonna get straight to it. We're gonna get into a couple of things. The first article, or the first thing we're gonna get into is Makula, you heard about the Chad Wheeler situation with the beating the sister, the NFL player? Okay, we're gonna get into that, man. And this is why, the Lord gave the laws to Israel only. You can find it in Psalms 147, verses 19 and 20. The Lord gave a particular people the law, statute, and commandments. And right now we can see why Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people need to be obeying them laws, man. Because if you don't, you sisters, you Black women, y'all gonna end up just like this sister that was dealing with this NFL football player, man, Edomite, offensive tackle was his position in NFL. So we're gonna watch this video, and we're gonna read the article, and we're gonna pull these scriptures. First, we're gonna get into this video. Now, see if you can you able to turn that camera to the screen. You might have to pull that light back a little bit, so it won't be in the way. I'm talking about pull it behind the camera so it won't be in the way when you turn the camera. No, put it behind the camera. No, the light. Kind of like that. Then see if you can turn it. Move that from by the move that from over there. Makula, you watching it on the screen on YouTube? You can see it on the screen.
I was saying on Facebook, I'm trying to see it on Facebook right now.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it as well.
Move that from by the move that from over there.
Makula, you watching it on the screen on YouTube? You can see it on the screen. In the past, give me Isaiah 51 and 23. Okay, I'm gonna look at it as well. Move that from by the move that from over there. Makula, lift it up a little bit, Napash. You can see it on the screen. Bear with us. You can see it on your phone. Okay. Okay, kind. I'm about to play this video.
For the very first time, the woman who says she was attacked. And for the very first time, the woman who says she was attacked by former Seattle Seahawks player Chad Wheeler is speaking out. Last week, you may recall, Wheeler pleaded not guilty to 3 charges, including domestic violence assault. His ex-girlfriend showed up in court to face him. She says that Wheeler is still a threat to her safety, and now she's sharing her story in an exclusive interview with CBS This Morning.
So this is a sister right here, and her name is, well, right here in this caption they got the girlfriend, but this is gonna mention her name in a minute. But it's an NFL player that beat this sister almost to death.
She spoke with our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan. Good morning to you, Jerika.
Good morning to you, Gail. Her name is Aaliyah Taylor, and it was a leaked photo of her injuries that made national headlines. Well, now she's ready to share her story And most importantly, she wants domestic violence survivors to know they're not alone.
So Alicia Taylor is her name. Alicia Taylor.
We want to warn you, some of what you're about to see and hear is graphic.
I still have to regularly get like.
Look at that picture right there. That's what happened when you messing with Esau, man. Esau is a beast, man, a brutal beast on this earth, in the form of a person, in the form of a human being. He got the spirit of a beast, man. And you black women want to go out there and get these NFL players and mess with these athletes and what's the rapper name? Machine Gun Kelly. Y'all want to mess with them? You're gonna end up like this, man. Especially in the time that we in now. Because believe me, Esau, them Edomites, they see us out there prophesying. They see us out there calling the white man the devil. They know all about what we teaching. You know what I mean? They out there, they ain't just bowing down, kissing our boots. A lot of them are angry about what's coming out. You know what I mean? And you think if they come home to a black woman, how you think they feel after they done walk past the camp and we calling them the devil and saying the Lord gonna get revenge on them for what they did to the children of Israel? That the Lord gonna pay them back for the crimes they committed against black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. How you think they make them white boys feel? Know what I mean? They go home, them white boys who go home to a sister, they ain't looking at that black woman like she's something great. Know what I mean? They looking at her like this Alicia Taylor sister right here. You're gonna end up just like this. You keep playing with the Lord, man. We're gonna get more into it.
My concussion checked. I have bolts and a steel plate I'm gonna have forever in my arm.
She said she got bolts and steel plates in her arm. He breaking bones, man.
I'm gonna have to deal with this the rest of my life.
That's the reality for 27-year-old Aaliyah Taylor after she says she was attacked by her then boyfriend Chad Wheeler. Taylor says the pair dated for 6 months with barely any arguments.
6 months. They dated for 6 months. You know what I mean? Commander Yahanna, he got a rule in the school. You know what I mean? You do your 6 months. Well, it's a year. You court a sister for a year, and you know what I mean? Y'all can be with one another. But you see what goes on in the world outside the truth, outside of how Commander Yahanna do it. This is what goes on in the world. You get with a white boy for 6 months, and he break your damn bones, man. He give you blood clots around your nose. You know what I mean? Black women better come into the I.S.U.P.K. You better find the nearest school near you in your city and get in touch with your camp leader. You know what I mean? If you in Atlanta, Decatur area, you better come to 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia.
Right.
You know what I mean? You better look on. You better what it called? Google my business. You better Google my business, Atlanta I.S.U.P.K. And find your way to the Lord, man. Find your way to the priests and prophets in this school in Atlanta, Georgia. We're gonna get more into it.
We were like best friends. We did everything together. I even introduced him to my family. We would babysit my nephew together.
But according to Taylor, that all changed on January 22nd, starting with a text from Wheeler that he shaved his head.
He loved his long hair, refused to cut it, and it surprised me and it worried me. I came home and Chad was trying to play it off as if he just kind of cut his hair, but then as time went on throughout the day, he started going downhill emotionally.
Taylor later told police it was the beginning of a manic episode, adding she knew Wheeler suffered from bipolar disorder. Then, according to Taylor, Wheeler snapped into a dark place.
Hey, and that's the white man right there too.
Right.
She said she knew he was suffering from a bipolar disorder, and then he just snapped into a dark place. That's Esau, man. Esau get into a dark place and just want to kill. You know what I mean? Want to murder people. That's their whole entire race, man. You made a white man mad for no reason at all. You don't know what's going on with him. He just snap out of nowhere. Go into a dark place and start beating the hell out of you.
he stood up and he told me to bow down. And
He says he stood up and told her to bow down. Give me that scripture.
Come. The book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 23.
Man, this white boy told his sister to bow down. Go ahead.
But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
The Lord said he going to put into the hand of them that afflict thee. They going to get past this cup. Go ahead.
Which have said to thy soul, bow down.
Said what?
Bow down.
Said to thy soul, bow down. That's what this white man told his sister. Bow down. Keep going.
That we may go over.
Mm-hmm.
And thou hast laid thy body as the
He
ground.
said the white man tell us to bow down, and we had laid our body as the ground so they can walk over. Was that it? Go ahead.
And as the street to them that went over.
And as the street to them that went over. So we like the street. We lay down like the damn ground and like the street, and they walk over us. This white boy told his sister, Chad Willer told Alicia Taylor to bow down. Let's see what her response was.
I asked him why, and he didn't respond. He just told me to bow down again. And
Look, she said she asked him why, and he didn't even respond. He in a dark place. You know what I mean? Esau, he ain't gonna let you know why. He just looking at you like the slave that you are. He looking at you like a damn slave. You're a black woman. I'm a white man. I'm superior to you. That's how he looking at his sister. That's why he told her to bow down. He want to walk all over her.
told him no, and
She told him no.
He immediately grabbed my neck, and that's when things began.
She said she told him no, and he immediately grabbed her neck. He said, bow down. She said no. When she said no, he started choking her.
Do you recall what happened after that?
When he grabbed my neck, he threw me on the bed. And I remember looking up at him and asking him, please stop, Chad. It's me. And I just immediately knew the look in his eyes. That was it.
Taylor, who is 5'9", says that's when Wheeler, 6'7", weighing more than 300 pounds, tried to choke her.
She 5'9". He's 6'7". She weigh 145 pounds. He weighed 315. He's like 3 times her size.
According to Taylor, she blacked out twice before the attack was over.
I had touched my face, and I looked down, and there was blood on my hand.
Get it out
And
the table.
I remember getting up and running to the bathroom. Chad was standing by the bed, by the doorway, and he was sipping his smoothie. I was like, wow, you're still alive.
He said when she came out the bathroom, and he was sipping a smoothie, and he said, "You still alive." And that's who you black women out there getting along with, integrating with, loving more than the black man. That's who y'all want to be with. Y'all don't know the white man, and it's sad because we've been in slavery and oppressed over 400 damn years. How you don't know Esau is used to this, man? Esau used to this type of behavior, especially with black people. And she didn't want to bow down, and he looked at that like that's a sin. You know what I mean? Okay, you supposed to bow down to him. Go ahead.
And that just goes so heavy to the point that you brought out when you first started talking about it. Like, they done seen the videos. I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if you done seen us on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And he just in denial, so he go home trying to see us in people because he probably heard a count speaking. And he's a Christian little soul. He just had to go home and try to stay some hour. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Ain't no telling. You know what I mean? If he ain't see us if he ain't seen a Hebrew Israelite or I.S.U.P.K member or anybody on the street, he probably seen it on YouTube. And I'm just assuming that. You know what I mean? Okay. A lot of people. This truth is growing, so a lot of people they know about us. You know what I mean? But the fact that he went home and told her to bow down, Like telling her to bow down is like she is conquered. You know what I mean? Like she already been with him for 6 months, and I wonder if he raped her. He said he choked her. That's what I'm wondering. I wonder because she ain't really revealed a lot. I'm wondering if he raped her and she just don't want to admit it. That's what it seemed like.
Right.
Somebody choked her on the bed. That's what I'm wondering. Go ahead.
Do you think it's possible because either might, you know what I'm saying? They probably had some you're trying to sweep sometimes. Don't say too much. Just say this and keep it short and sweet because it's still under investigation. You think they probably had somebody in the ear like that?
I don't know. Ain't no telling. I'm gonna get back to the video. Finish watching it real quick.
Taylor says she then locked herself in the bathroom, called 911, and texted her family and Wheeler's father for help. According to police reports, it took
And he looked soft as hell.
And 2 sets of handcuffs to restrain Wheeler.
He looked like
Police
Caesar
said Wheeler
Borgia.
kept apologizing as he was arrested. Do you think that Chad's behavior is directly connected to a mental health issue?
To be honest, I don't know. He went and ate dinner after doing this to me, and he didn't take the same approach with the cops as he did with me.
The Seahawks dropped
The cops
Wheeler,
white.
saying the team strongly condemns this act of domestic violence. If convicted, Wheeler faces 8 to 12 years in prison. Last week, he pleaded not guilty to 2 domestic violence-related charges and 1 count of resisting arrest. Taylor was in the courtroom. Why was it so important for you to appear in court?
I didn't want him to think that he had that power over me, that I wasn't going to defend myself. And I thought, how easy would that be for him and his legal team to be able to say whatever they want without having to look me in the eye.
Do you think he should serve prison time for what he did to you?
Yes. Yes. I definitely did think that he should. I have to say the hardest part of all this wasn't the surgeries, it wasn't any of that. It was getting a call from my niece and nephews. They thought they had lost me. And the pain in their voice, I will never forget that. I will never forget that.
And she doesn't want her story to be forgotten either. How grateful are you to be alive?
Beyond grateful, I really feel like God has blessed me with another chance. And I want to try to use the time I've been blessed with to help other people and to get this story out and make sure people don't feel alone and that this doesn't happen again.
All right, you can turn the camera back. Put the camera back on me, Napash. So there you got it, man. You got it. The NFL offensive tackle Chad Wheeler, 6'7", 315-pound devil, beating up a little sister, one of our sisters, man. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3. That's why you women, you black women, you gotta do what the Lord say, man. No black man should be with no heathen woman. No black, Hispanic, Native American, any woman should be with no heathen man. That's law. And that's been the law for thousands of years. You got it? How do you make sure it's Tawar first? Look. It's Tawar. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3.
Call. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son.
The Lord said, your daughters you should not give unto their sons. So you got a daughter. He's talking to Israelite man. You know what I mean? He told Moses, go prophesy to the children of Israel. When you got a daughter, you are not to give your daughter give your daughter in marriage to a Edomite or a heathen. I mean, you can't give your daughter to a heathen man in any nation outside of blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people. That's a sin against God. So her messing with him for 6 months, the Lord don't approve of that. You know what I mean? She probably don't know that. But the Lord is not with interracial marriages. Go ahead.
No, his daughter shall thou take unto thy son.
Nor shall you take their daughters. You know what I mean? You black men, you love white women. You love Becky. You know what I mean? You cannot marry and sleep, lay down with Becky. Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian men, the same goes for us. We cannot lay down with strange women or heathen women. That's a sin against God, man. The Lord do not approve of that. Mr. Wah? All right, keep going.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
They would do what?
They will turn away thy son from following me.
You get with a white woman, you're going to be turned away from the Lord. And you think about it, that's what actually happens. Every time black men get with a white woman, look at Tiger Woods. Look at O.J. Simpson. It don't never end right, man. It don't never end well with black men. They either take all your damn money and get you locked up, or something bad happen in the end. You thinking it's all good because you got you a white woman, and the white woman in America, you know what I mean, is just the glorious, you know what I mean, that's the standard of beauty, the white woman. And what happened? She take millions, especially if you're an athlete or entertainer. They take millions, man. You acting like we be forgetting what happened to our people. We go sleep with white women like we don't know the history of us with white women and white people. You know what I mean? Like we don't know about Emmett Till. Like we don't know about our whole damn race being enslaved under these people, man.
Work.
We go sleep with white women like they better than black women. A lot of black men think getting you a white woman is like a badge of honor or something. I mean, you get a white woman, she treats you better than a black woman. Like the black woman didn't go through hell like we went through hell, man. That black woman is part of your race, man. That's your family. And that white woman is not. I mean, that white man is not part of the black woman. And a white man shouldn't be in a black household, no way. A black man should be in every household, man. You go get you a white boy and you better have Alicia Taylor on your damn mind.
Work.
You go mess with a white boy, you better have Alicia Taylor on your mind. And when I say Alicia Taylor, I mean that picture of her being bloody. Because any given moment, a white boy can snap and go into a dark place. You know what I mean? Esau is brutal as hell, man. And she innocent. She innocent. And he said he's not guilty. Remember, Cain killed Abel for no reason at all. For no reason at all. In the part you have something to say?
Oh, Con. Somebody, interested in Littleton, young man for college Park, Georgia.
No, we ain't doing that. We gonna who on the conference call? Who said Salaki?
Salaki, I don't want y'all about you.
Yeah, but just brother thought. You just checking in, or you had a question?
I had a comment out of one.
Go ahead.
Point you out if I may. What you were saying so heavy, you know what I'm saying? It takes me back to, looking at the interracial marriages, that's in the world today, and how a lot of black women always like to use, they like to say how bad a black man is, this, that, the third. I'm gonna get me a white man. He ain't bad. He ain't gonna do this. He ain't gonna do
right.
that. Well, the evidence has shown, you know what I'm saying, with this story and the other numerous stories that don't come out to the forefront, you know what I'm saying, of how black women get treated in these interracial relationships, you know what I'm saying, and it should, be a wake up call to some, if not all, because the white man is the devil and he only knows devilish things, and to say he got a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? That's just a cop-out.
Right.
The fact that you can hate that sister because she's a black woman.
Right. They all of them got mental illnesses. If you listen to the news, they're always gonna paint them having a mental illness. Dylan Roof, he had a mental illness, right? He went in there, shot those black people in that church in South Carolina. After he got finished murdering those black people, what they do? They took him to get something to eat. They just murder us, and then it's time to eat. Time to drink a smoothie. We got to separate from these people, man. What was the question up there?
Oh, stop.
If you ain't got it, don't worry about it.
I had a question right here on YouTube, so comment section. He was saying like, basically saying like, is it a bad thing that I don't feel sorry for because what happened?
He says it's a bad thing.
That
I mean,
feel sorry for?
she brought that. She innocent in the situation, you know what I mean? But she dealing with the devil, man. Like the Lord. That's an example. Just look at it as an example of what not to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's still a sister, nonetheless. You know what I mean? Because if that white man kill a brother, how you gonna feel about that? You know what I mean? If Chad would go kill a black man, how would you feel about that? You know what I mean? Okay, where you was at? Deuteronomy 7:3?
No, start at 4, middle of 4.
Let me hear that.
Come, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
That they may serve other gods. And he told her to bow down like he was her God. You know what I mean? Like, bow down to me. And she said no. She ain't bow down to the devil. You know what I mean? Not in that instance, but she's still sleeping with him. So it didn't do no good, you know what I mean? The good thing is, hopefully she leave white boys alone and she learned from that. You know what I mean? Give me trust not in thine enemies in the Apocrypha. Then we're gonna get into the other one. It's in the Apocrypha. Should be Ecclesiasticus. Michael Lott, y'all got a Apocrypha, brothers on the conference call? Brothers on the conference call, y'all got a Apocrypha? Give me trust not thine enemies. Oh, you got it? You got to go ahead and read it, Napash.
Okay, let's put that right now. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Read that again.
Never trust thy enemy.
The Lord said, never trust your enemies, man. Don't lay with them. Don't date them. Don't court them. None of that. Don't bring it to your house. You talking about he was over there watching their nephews. He said their nieces and nephews. He was over there watching them with them. Don't even do that, man. Don't bring them around your children, man. Ain't no telling what he want to do. He could black out and rape your nieces and nephews. Kill you and rape your children and your nieces and them. That's the type of animal you're dealing with. The Lord said, trust not thine enemies. Go ahead. He said, never trust thine enemies. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth. So
like iron rusteth. Go ahead.
So is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness, man. He may in the beginning you may think that he a nice and gentle person and he's cordial and friendly, but that rust gonna show sooner or later. She said she was dealing with him for 6 months and out of nowhere. She don't know where it came from. He got rust. He got rusty, man. That rust started to show. You know what I mean? And it destroyed that sister. Keep going. That's it.
Come.
Okay, give me the second link I sent you. I mean, by now we should all know not to, you know what I mean, have interracial marriages. But if you don't, if it's your first time watching the class and learn this truth, you can't sleep with heathen women, man. And don't bring up King Solomon, because King Solomon got punished for sleeping with strange women, not Israelite women. You know what I mean? Number 2. Should have number 2 on it.
What, the Florida teacher?
Con.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to pull that up too. Hold on. You go ahead and read it.
Florida teacher caught on video saying slaves were whipped, and the N-word just mean ignorance.
Right, so this is a teacher in Florida. You know what I mean? He's trying to tell black people that the N-word just mean ignorant and slaves weren't whipped by white people. You know what I mean? Once again, this go along with them trying to wipe you out of history, man.
Right.
Now they gonna tell you that the slave didn't get whipped by white people, by the slave master. The white man telling you the slave, his forefather didn't whip our ancestors, and that the N-word only mean ignorant. Keep going.
A video taken by a black student appears to show a Florida high school teacher gaslighting students about slavery and the N-word, resulting in the school placing the teacher under investigation, the Eternal Business Time reports.
Keep going.
A TikTok user named Hector, who goes by at El
Negro Sabroso,
I see.
something like that.
El Negro Sabroso shared a video he took of his AP government class at Island Coast High School in Cape Coral, Florida. In the video, the teacher can be heard suggesting that black slaves were not whipped by white people.
Start right there. I'm gonna play this video. I'm gonna play the audio. Hold on. You right, son. Nah, I don't want to play. Keep reading, Napash.
Call.
Yeah, I don't want to play right now.
The teacher can be heard suggesting that black slaves were not whipped by white people, and that the N-word is simply an assault, meaning an ignorant person or not well-educated person. The N-word just means ignorant, the teacher says. It doesn't have any other meaning and any other vocabulary other than you are a stupid person.
Give me the Bible dictionary.
Come on.
Look at the word nigga in the Bible dictionary.
Come on.
We're gonna see what the word nigga means. We're gonna see what the N-word means in the Bible dictionary. We're gonna see if it means ignorant, like this devil trying to make us believe. The video don't want to work. Hey, Marco out. Give me Acts 13:1.
Go ahead, sir.
Is it unlocked?
No.
Well, unlock it real quick. He got a key? You got it?
Sir.
Go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius. I said it right, sir?
Come on, go ahead.
And Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod, the tetrarch, and Saul.
Right, so it said it was certain prophets and teachers call nigger or nigger. You know what I mean? So we're going to look it up in the Bible dictionary and see what it means.
So that what concept? It's like that one I have it if you want me to read it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So that what concept? This is nigger, a nigger, in the book, in the Sullivan Compact Bible Dictionary. It means black, a surname of Simeon.
It means what?
One of the black,
It means black. Go ahead. Keep going.
a surname of Simeon, one of the 5 prophets and teachers of the church at Antioch.
Right.
Led of the Lord.
You can stop right there. You can stop right there. It means black, not ignorant. You know what I mean? You got the Edomites teacher. They trying to change the history of niggerdom. They try to make sure black people don't know who they are. They don't know what black people say the word nigger a lot. You know what I mean? And they don't like it because we charge them for saying it. You know what I mean? We tell white people they can't use it, they can't say it, even though we know they say it. You know what I mean? When they're in their house to themselves around their children, they call you nigger at the dinner table. You know what I mean? Believe me, they call you the N-word. But they don't want to say it around you because you might beat them up. They know it might offend you. And when we say the N-word, we be referring to our brothers, man. That's what we be telling our neighbor, our brother, our black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people. I mean, we're not talking to them because they're not our brother. And we're not calling our brother ignorant. We be talking to another black man. You know what I mean? The word nigga just mean black. Cause I'll take some of that, the water. A little bit. Give me, let me see. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. No, give me Obadiah. You already know. 1 and 10. Obadiah 1 and 10. No, Napash got it. Mark will lock the water.
Okay, so like that one come good.
The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob. For
what? Give me verse. What verse 9 say?
Come. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
The Lord said Esau gonna be cut off by slaughter. The Lord letting you know he gonna deal with these devils, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
For what?
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
You know, Esau and Jacob was brothers. You know what I mean? And the Lord said, for thy violence. Meaning he had to do something in order for the Lord to wipe them out, man. The white man is not innocent. The white man went across the 4 corners of the earth, destroying everybody, man. He messed up when he touched the Lord's people. He's not going to get away with that. He been committing violence, police brutality. That's violence, man. And that's what else? When a white man kill a black man, what is that considered?
An act of war.
An act of war. An act of war, man. That's why a black woman shouldn't be sleeping with no damn white man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless you trying to be intimate with bloodshed. You want to make love to a bloody man, you'll lay down with a white man. The Lord said for his violence, meaning his crimes, his evil he did against black people. Niggas, wetbacks, and spicks, what they call us. But really, we the Jews according to the Bible. Right. The greatest people on the face of the earth.
Right.
Keep going.
Shame shall cover thee.
Yeah, shame should cover thee. A lot of them white boys, you see, when they bow down and kiss our boot, man, they be feeling, they understand it. They understand it. Shame gonna cover them, man. Because they know it ain't nowhere they can run to on this earth. Everybody look at them like y'all the wickedest people ever created on this earth, man. All nations gonna be looking at them like that if they not already. You know what I mean? Remember, Cain was like, where is he gonna go? He murdered Abel. Like, where he gonna run to? Where he gonna go? Everybody when they find him, they gonna murder him. But the Lord made it all right for people not to touch Esau for a certain period of time. That's why the scripture said, you go and try to kill the white man, punishment gonna come to you sevenfold. You know what I mean? The Lord gonna deal with Esau. We ain't got to put up a fight. All we gotta do is come together and obey these laws written in the Bible. And the Lord, you're gonna see the Lord. Look at the coronavirus. Look at what the COVID-19 done did to America alone. You ain't had to go murder nobody. The Lord just got everybody choking and getting sick. Keep going.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
The Lord said they're going to be cut off forever. What is forever? What's forever? Who know what forever means? Go ahead.
Would that be literal? Like
What? Give me what you mean by that. Give me what's the answer?
Like, if I could, sir. Like, once the Most High, you know what I'm saying, destroy them. Like, they should never rise and gain power ever again, sir.
So what?
It's over with. Done done it.
Right, they ain't never gonna ride. They ain't gonna never be in power no more. From generation to generation, they done. They serve slavery. The Lord gonna wipe them out, man. He created them. You know, when Esau came out, Esau looked different from everybody. The Lord made it like that. You know what I mean? He put the mark on Cain. You know what I mean? Esau is the reincarnation of Cain. That mark is that how he looked with that leprosy. You know what I mean? And a murderer on the earth. The Lord put that mark on him to let you see. This is an evil person. This is the murderer on the earth. This is the man who lied the most. You know what I mean? He don't got no pigmentation. The Lord said this is the one who gets no mercy from him. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 11. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces.
You can stop right there. Give me the third link I sent you.
Come on.
Because the teacher in Florida said slaves didn't get whipped. We're gonna see if that's the truth or is it a lie. I mean, we're gonna see. Did slaves get whipped? A lot of people believe that too. The white men keep telling black people, a lot of slaves didn't get whipped. You know what I mean? Slaves didn't get whipped. They got treated fairly and nicely. You know what I mean? And a lot of people be believing that. We're gonna see. You got it?
Come on. Gordon or whipped Peter.
Gordon or whipped Peter. Y'all seen that picture? When you pull up a picture of a slave, it's a black man with a bunch of whelps on his back for getting whipped by the slave master. That brother's name is Gordon. They call him whipped Peter. They call him whipped Peter. You didn't know that, did you? I mean, his name is Gordon. But they call him whipped Peter. You know what I mean? So we're gonna read about this brother.
Okay, don't call.
Go ahead.
Was an enslaved African American who escaped from a Louisiana plantation in March 1863.
So it said Gordon was an enslaved African American who escaped from a Louisiana plantation on March 1863. Go ahead.
Gaining freedom when he reached the Union camp near Baton Rouge.
So it said he gained freedom when he reached the Union camp near Baton Rouge. So we gonna, he went to Baton Rouge and he joined a all black camp. It's gonna get more into it when we get down. Keep going.
He became known as the subject of photographs documenting the extensive caseload scarring of his back from whippings received in slavery.
Right, so that's what he known for. You know, man, he did that photograph of him with the whips and the whelps from the whips on his back. That's what people know him by. That's the only, when you see that picture, that's the shame of a black man being whipped by a slave master. But the teacher in Florida said slaves didn't get whipped. But they was passing this around. Matter of fact, keep reading. They about to reveal that.
Abolitionists disturbed these
Abolitionists distributed
these cartel day
photographs. Go ahead.
Photographs of Gordon throughout the United States and internationally to show the abuse of slavery.
Right, so they was passing this around, man. They was passing this around like you pass around your Valentine's Day card on the 14th. They was passing this around, making it known. So that white man talking about slaves didn't get whipped, they damn sure was revealing it when they was passing around in these photographs. You know what I mean? That was said the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
He lie about things. Everybody knows slaves got whipped. And you can just go online and look at pictures that they passed around back in the days. But he gonna tell you your people didn't get whipped. When you got people today who got whipped, still breathing today, got whipped by slave masters. That's why we call him the devil, man. He a liar.
Right.
He's the father of it.
Right.
Keep going. Scroll down to the second part.
Okay. Come. In July 1863, these images appeared in an article about Gordon published in Harper's Weekly.
Right, in Harper's Weekly, these images appeared in the articles. So they listen. It was in photographs and articles. You could go to Google and just type in. You probably type in the word slave, black slave. Look, he pulled it up. One of the first pictures you will see. Keep going.
The most widely read journal during the Civil War.
The most widely read journal during the Civil War. So everybody seen this. Everybody know that Negroes got whipped. Go ahead.
The pictures of Gordon's scourged back provided Northerners with visual evidence of brutal treatment of his slaves.
Read that one more time.
The pictures of Gordon's scourged back.
It said the pictures of Gordon's scourged back. Go ahead.
Provided Northerners.
Provided Northerners. Go ahead.
With visual evidence.
With what type of evidence?
With visual evidence.
Visual evidence. What you can see with your eyes. You can see that he got whipped. Go ahead.
Of brutal treatment of enslaved people.
Of brutal treatment of enslaved people. Go ahead.
And inspired many free blacks to enlist in the Union Army.
It said it inspired many free blacks to enlist in the Union Army. Keep going.
Gordon joined the United States colored troops soon after their founding and served as a soldier in the war.
So he went and fought in the war with the United States colored troops. Skip down and type in, you see the arrival in Union Camp and service in Union Camp? Go to service in Union Camp. It's under the paragraph you just read. The paragraph you just read? What's beneath it? Yeah. Union Army.
Gordon joined the United Army as
Union Army.
In the Union Army as a guide 3 months after the Emancipation Proclamation allowed for the enrollment of free slaves into the military forces. On one expedition, he was taken prisoner by the Confederates.
It said on one expedition he was taken prisoner by the Confederates. Go ahead.
They tied him up.
They did what?
They tied him up, beat him, and left him for dead.
So the Confederates, they tied him up, beat him, and left him for dead. Go ahead.
He survived and once more escaped to Union lines.
Keep going.
Gordon soon afterwards enlisted in the U.S. Colored Troops Civil War Unit. He was said to have fought bravely as a sergeant in the Corps des Africains during the siege of Port Hudson in May 1863.
Keep going.
It was the first time that an African American soldiers played a leading role in an assault.
Give me Deuteronomy 28. 68. That's another reason why blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian people better come into the truth, because your history is gonna be whatever the white man said it is.
Right.
Your history is gonna be whatever America ruling over you. You know what I mean? You said your ancestors were slaves. The white man gonna say, no, y'all was never slaves. Y'all migrated here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Y'all wasn't put on the slave ships, on cargo slave ships, and brought here. Y'all migrated here. That's what he's saying right now. Now he's saying y'all wasn't beaten.
Right.
Slave wasn't beaten. You got it?
Kind of a concert.
Go ahead.
Kind of a concert. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
This is what the Lord did this, man. The Lord allowed this to happen. You know what I mean? And this in the Bible. This is black history. This is your real history.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even if the world tell you otherwise, what the Lord say? The Lord said you was brought over here. Go ahead.
Kind of a con. With ships.
With ships. The Lord said you was brought over here with ships. You didn't migrate over here. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Kind of a con. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You should be what?
Sold
You should
unto
be
your
what?
enemies.
Should be what?
Sold.
Sold. We was sold. I mean, we was auctioned off. We got bought, man. Property. We got sold, man. Go ahead.
Sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Bondmen and bondwomen. That's slave men, slave women. The ones who they whipped. Go ahead.
Come on, con. And no man shall buy you.
Right. And no man should buy you. Mean no one is gonna free you. No one is gonna redeem you. You know what I mean? But the Lord.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why we waiting on who? Yahawashi. We waiting on Christ and the holy angels, man.
Right.
If not, then I guess y'all waiting on the new Black Panther Party? You know what I mean? Who y'all waiting on? MLK gone. Malcolm X gone. Marcus Garvey gone. Farrakhan, he with the Arabs. He in Scientology.
I don't even know if he went us.
He done. Nah, I looked that up. He is.
Farrakhan is it?
Khan.
Israel.
Khan. But he a failure.
Right.
You know what I mean? He part of the leadership that failed us.
Right.
He ain't got nobody on earth but Commander Yahanna, man.
Right.
And if you think you do, show me. Show me who your leader is. You know what I mean? Ben Carson, Joe Biden. Who your leader? Kamala Harris. Joe Biden, we already know who he is. He Edomite. Kamala Harris, you think she a sister, a black woman? She not. She's a East Indian or Edomite. What is she? Edomite. Edomite. Yeah, she's an Edomite.
We still hear what you're bringing out online with the show us who your leader is. Because if you go back and you look, there is no one who has been able to stand the test of time except for Commanding General Yahanna. If you look at everyone, they've either been killed or they did it for a moment. They got into politics and then they were stifled. So no one has stayed the ground of doing anything for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians other than Commanding General Yahanna.
And you know why? You know why? Give me hold on. I'll tell you why. First of all, the Lord is with the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
And when you serve the Lord and you do it in the name of the Most High, the Lord is with you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The Lord said, you stand with him, he'll make our enemies his enemies, our adversaries his adversaries. You know what I mean?
Right.
So all we gotta do is, like I said earlier, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's it. The Lord said we ain't gotta fight nobody.
That's right.
You know what I mean? This is spiritually Egypt. What did the Lord do in Egypt the first time?
Watch it. Destroy it, sir.
He destroyed it. He destroyed it with what? He flooded the army, the whole Egyptian army.
Right.
Trying to find that scripture. Hold on. Give me Exodus chapter 9. Let me see if that's the one. No, not that one. Not that one. Hold on. Give me Leviticus 20. This is why the Lord wasn't with the Black Panthers and them. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26.
Come on, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me.
And what does holy mean?
Salakia. Separate, sir.
Separate. The Lord wants us to be separate from who?
Salakia, sir. Everyone outside of Israel. From the heathen.
Right, from the other nations. Meaning the Lord wants us to be separate from them, but joined together with one another.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Lord wants us to be a family.
Right.
I mean, that's what, listen, when Passover come up, April what, 24th?
Come on, sir.
Passover, April the 24th. That's going to be a family reunion, man.
Right.
With brothers and sisters we ain't seen in, we ain't have it last year. It's been about 2 years. For some, you know what I mean? When they came down to Atlanta, we seen some of them, but I'm talking about everybody getting together. It's been a while. You know what I mean? So Passover going to be a family reunion. The Lord said you got to be holy. Black Panther them, they wasn't holy, man.
Right.
A lot of them, they was using white women.
Right.
I mean, white women was a part of that. Oh man, you trying to fight against the white government with white people help?
Right.
You think that's gonna go right? Keep going.
Come on, Khan. And have severed you from other people.
Yeah, did what?
Severed you from other people.
Severed you from other people. You got to be severed from them, man. We don't want to leave them alone.
Right.
You got to be cut from them, man.
Right.
Like when you see, like that's why all these, you see these incidents like police brutality. That's the Lord severing you away. Right. When you see police brutality, the cops, racist cops shooting black man for no reason, right, lying, telling me he had a wallet or a gun on him, and you look at the camera footage and none of that exists. That's the Lord. When black people look at that, we get upset. That anger supposed to make you, what does scripture say? Oppression make a wise man mad. When you mad and angry, that's you being wise, and you supposed to know to separate from these damn devils, man.
Right.
The Lord gotta. It's sad that the Lord gotta allow the cops to do this to us for us to love one another.
Right.
I mean, we hate one another so much that we gotta wait till the damn cop kill us, and then think about having compassion on us. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the only time it seems like you really care for a brother or a sister, right, when they get murdered by a white cop.
Right.
Keep going.
Come on, Khan. That ye should be mine.
Right. We belong to the Most High. We the Lord's property. We belong to the Lord.
Right.
And give me. Hold on. Let me pull up. Give me 1 Timothy 2:6.
Come on, sir. The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 6. Who gave himself a ransom for all, to be testified in due time.
Give me verse 5.
Come on, verse 5. For there is one God, and one mediator between God and men.
Right. That not only he severed us, but we gotta do what Christ did, man. We gotta follow Christ.
Right.
He gave us his only begotten Son. And we got to be perfect like Christ. You know what I mean? So now being holy, knowing we got to, you know what I mean, unite with one another. Now we got to follow, you know what I mean, our king.
Right.
You know what I mean? You want to go and vote for Joe Biden and for American president who the Lord didn't set up over you. You should be worrying about how Christ did it.
Right.
You should be choosing Christ. You got to get on the side with Christ, man. Joe Biden, he all for homosexuality. He all
Right.
for transsexuals, you know what I mean, joining sports, going into your schools, peeing in the same stall as you.
Right.
He all for that, man. He ain't against that. Kamala with it too.
Right.
Your favorite black woman, she with it too. You know what I mean? Give me verse 5 again.
Kanawakad, verse 5. For there is one God and one mediator between God and men.
And Christ is the mediator between the Most High and Israel, man. So we got to be holy, and then, you know, Christ, it's better for us to get together. Like the scriptures say, "Oh, nation not desire us." The nation that's not desired, which is Israel, Blacks, Hispanic, Native American, Indian. It's better for us to get together. That way Christ can plead our case. You know what I mean? Because if not, listen, the Lord you see what he's doing with the coronavirus?
Right.
You know what I mean? People filling up the hospitals, man. You can't even go there. Hospitals is packed.
Right.
Babies dying, adults dying, teenagers dying. I mean, it's best for you to just join Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, become one family again, and follow Christ. Follow Christ mean what? Can we put a homosexual to death?
Not right now. So, it's like not right now.
Why you say that?
I mean, we aren't in that time where that law is, if I'm not mistaken, where that law is.
Simpler than that. Well, we can't put a homosexual to death.
Oh, it's like we can't murder.
Simpler than that. Think about what I just said.
It's like it's the most high will handle that.
Simpler than that.
When Christ returned, then the laws be in effect.
Simpler than that. No, I ain't talking about that. Think about what I just said, what I just went over. Who know why we can't put homosexuals to death? And y'all right, but I wanted to, what I was bringing out, I basically gave you the answer.
To lucky, I don't want.
Go ahead.
Because Christ is the last of that. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that's gonna deal out that punishment.
You was on it, but no.
Lucky,
Go ahead.
it's because this ain't Christ's kingdom yet.
That's true, but that ain't what I'm looking for, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. It's because Christ didn't put a homosexual to death. You understand? He the mediator of it. Christ didn't go out and kill no homosexual. Christ didn't kill the woman that got caught in the act of adultery.
Right.
Give me that. What y'all said was right, but you know what I mean? A lot of times, if you pay attention what I'm bringing out, that be the answer. That's the reason why I asked the question. It's in the book of John. This one of many examples why you shouldn't go out and murder nobody. For one, you born again. You go out and murder somebody, it's just like you not being born again. You know what I mean? You murder people in the world, right? You stole from people in the world. You lied to people in the world, right? You did all types of sin in the world. So how you just going to look at somebody who's sinning just like you and disgusting just like you, filthy just like you, and murder them? And the Lord should murder you, right? Unless you perfect. You got it?
That's like, so you talking about John 8 and 11?
John 8, 3 to 11, but it's not pulling it up.
Give me verse 3, Marcolot.
Alright, cut it out my cousin, sir. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 3. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery.
Right.
And when they
So-
had set,
So they brought a woman to him taken in adultery. Is that the one that say the very act? You the one that said the very. That's it. Michael Lott, keep going.
And when they had set her in the midst, verse 4, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
What did that mean?
That she was in the act of having sex.
Right, they were having sex. Keep going. Like when they slag it. When they found her, she was sleeping with a man that wasn't hers. I mean, she was sleeping with a man that wasn't hers, sleeping with another man. That what it mean when it said the very act. I mean, they caught her. They caught him, you know what I mean, dealing with her at that moment. And then they brought her to Christ. You know what I mean? They brought her to Christ to see if Christ was going to say what? Kill her. Murderer. You know what I mean? Don't you supposed to murder a sinner? Don't you supposed to murder a woman that's caught in the act of adultery? Don't you supposed to murder that man? That man and that woman supposed to be stoned, put to death according to Moses' law. That's why they brought him to Christ. They want to see what Christ gonna do. You know what I mean? He know this. He got this. He know the law. You know what I mean? He around teaching. I mean, that's how they look at us too. They come to us like, man, I'm gonna go ask them this hard question, and it'd be a simple question like, can you rape? They think they asking something hard. It'd be a simple question. Can we rape? No. But the Bible said we can rape. That's a lie. They think they be asking something so deep, man. Keep going, Michael Lott.
John chapter 8, verse 5. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned, which said so.
Right, they told him, they said, listen, Moses said such should be stoned. Well, what says thou? What you say? They already going against him. Like, Moses said this, but what do you say? What they really saying is Moses is right. Lord, Moses is right. She should be getting stoned. What Moses said is right, but what's the lie? What you about to lie about? What you got? You know what I mean? If you gonna come up against Moses, so we can charge you, keep going.
Verse 6. This they said tempted him.
They
might.
Keep going.
That they might have accused him.
Right. Right. They was tempting him like that they might accuse him. Because if he say you can stone the sister and put her to death, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to accuse him then. That's what they wanted him to say. Put her to death. But watch what Christ say. Go ahead.
And with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not.
Right. Christ stooped down and wrote on the ground as though he didn't even hear what they were saying. I mean, Christ knew they was simple, man. I mean, he knew they was simple. And that shows you the type of character Christ was. He stooped down and just started writing in the ground. He really he's not paying them no mind, man. Like, he look at them like, these silly niggas, man. These some dumb, you know what I mean? You can imagine, for you to stoop down and just write in the ground after you got asked the question, what says thou? What you say? You just write in the ground. Like, I'm tired of, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Book of John chapter 8, verse 7. So when they continue asking him, he lifted up himself, and he said unto them, he that is without sin among you, let him cast a stone at her.
Right. If he that's without sin, you know what I mean, you throw a stone at her. You want to know what I do? If he that is without sin cast the first stone, throw a stone at her if you're not a sinner. That's what Christ told him. No, he ain't tell him to kill him. He ain't tell him not to kill him. That's the type of intelligence Christ had, man. Cause that's what they're looking for. They're looking for, you gonna kill him or he gonna tell us not to kill him. You know what I mean? He ain't say neither one. He said, he that without sin cast the first stone. If you're not a sinner, like this woman who you brought before me, you can kill her. Go ahead. Or at least you can launch the first stone and try to hit her.
Right.
Keep going, Michael Lott.
In other words, the book of John, chapter 8, verse 8. And again, he stooped down and wrote on the ground.
Damn, he stooped down. He was right in the ground. He got up and said, he that was out sin, you know what I mean, you cast the first stone. Then he stooped right back down and rolled on the ground. That's the man who, he know what he's doing. He know exactly what to say to him. Keep reading.
In other words, verse 9. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one.
And that's why you can't murder no homosexual or murder nobody. You know why? Because you convicted by your own conscience. You know that you disgusting. You know you a sinner, was a sinner. And you know that's part of the old man. So if the old man is cast off like you say he is, you can't murder nobody, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I said, Christ didn't murder nobody. What did Christ do? Christ went out and taught you how to live with these laws. You know what I mean? What they was doing was the works of the law. You know what I mean? But Christ gave them the spirit of the law. If they would have murdered the sister, what they would have taught anybody? Nothing. They weren't talking about. You just have a dead woman, a dead man. But what they wouldn't have learned is how to teach you how to keep the law. You know what I mean? They want to murder. You want to murder people for breaking the law, but what about teaching them how to keep it so you won't have to murder them? That's what Christ did. Keep going.
In other words, the book of John, chapter 8, middle of verse 9. Even unto the last. And Jesus, the Yahanna was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Verse 10. When Yahanna had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee?
Right. He said, where's them that accuse you? Have no man condemned thee? So she was left alone. They all left. You know what I mean? They dropped their stone, they left. Go ahead.
Verse 11. She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus, like Yahweh said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Go and sin no more. For all you Christians who claiming that you can sin and do what Christ did. Like Christ died for your sins. Christ told you throughout the whole New Testament, go and sin no more.
Right.
That's what he was teaching. He was teaching you how to keep the law. What is sin anyway? Give me the scripture. What is sin anyway? A lot of people don't even know what sin is. A lot of black people say, Lord, forgive me for my sins, but they don't even know what sin is. Sin to them is anything they think is bad. But what is sin specifically? Go ahead.
Sin. The book of 1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
That's what sin is. Keep going.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the transgression of the law, meaning the Most High laws. I mean, not the law of the land, unless the law of the land is already correlates with what the Lord say is right. Like if the law of the land say you can't rape, that's the Lord already. You know what I mean? He been said that. But what do America teach you about homosexuality? About transgender? Give me the story about the transgender that just beat the hell out of that lady.
It's like, sir, are you talking about the MMA?
Yeah, it's the one that whatever the recent one with the bloody the face.
So like, just to put out there, that was
Pull it up. I don't care when it was. This is America. This is what America pushes. This is one of many evil examples of what you shouldn't do. Now women get upset when the men who they like can be a woman get into the sports and beat them up. they don't like that when you beat them up, but they like that you can change your damn body parts. You can be a man and claim you're a she or a pronoun. You approve for all that nonsense, but then when it comes to the sports, you like, no, we gotta stop this. If you would have listened to the Lord, you wouldn't have approved of a man acting like he can be a woman, and vice versa. You got it?
Come on, sir. The article, should a former man be able to fight women?
Should a former man be able to fight women? Just the title alone is disgusting. A former man be able to fight women. Go ahead.
Transgender fighter Fallon Fox is sparking debate in MMA. When mixed martial arts fighter Fallon Fox, the former Burton Boyd, told Sports Illustrated in early March that she used to be a man.
She used to be a what?
Used to be a man.
She used to be a man. How did that sound? How did that sound? Sound confusing, right?
Right.
The Lord is not the author of confusion.
Right.
It's how you know the Lord ain't with it.
Right.
Read that part again.
Come on, time. In early March, she told Sports Illustrated in early March that she used to be a man. The condemnation came quickly. All hell broke loose. Man, says Jorge De La Novo, CEO of Championship Fighting Alliance. The promotion which staged a Fox fight, which she won in 39 seconds.
What?
Which she won in 39 seconds.
When he won in 39 seconds. Go ahead.
De La Novo was flooded with phone calls and emails insisting that Fox, who got gender reassignment surgery back in 2006, was some sort of sideshow who should never be allowed to fight women.
Gender reassignment surgery. Come on, man. Keep going.
Come on. It's one thing for male to female transgender athlete to say play tennis against another woman, like Renee Richards famously did back in the 1970s, or even basketball. That's not a combat sport. But MMA.
Hold on. That ain't right either. That ain't right either. They saying it got to be a combat sport for them not to like it. But if he was playing basketball, it'd be all right. Nah, man, it wouldn't be right if he played basketball. They might got some in basketball. I had to look into that. They might got some. Ain't no telling nowadays, man. I ain't heard nothing. I ain't seen no article or nothing, but they might got some. Go ahead, Marco Lot. Who that? You? How you die? Go ahead.
It's so heavy that you say that back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, they made a movie called Yahanna Man. It was about a man who
I remember that.
dressed up as a woman to play basketball.
I remember that. Yahanna Man. But I'm talking about like have y'all heard or do y'all know of
Let me try to pull. I believe there is one that's in college.
Well, finish that first.
Come on. But MMA is brutal. Letting Fallon Fox back in the ring could be dangerous. Ultimate Fighting Championship fighter Matt Mitrione called Fox a lying, sick, sociopathic, disgusting freak. And I mean that. The UFC suspended Mitrione for 16 days.
Oh, that's what the man said.
Come on.
He called him a what?
A lying, sick,
sociopathic,
disgusting freak.
Go ahead. That's what he is.
Come.
Go ahead.
The UFC suspended Mitrione for 16 days and fined him an undisclosed amount. She can try hormones, chop her pecker off, but it's still the same bone structure a man has.
Right. So why do they approve of it then? Like, why they, you know what I mean? The people who saying that, them be the ones who for gay rights and all that. Who that? Go ahead.
Come on. UFC star Ronda Rousey told the New York Post it's an advantage. I don't think it's fair. Fox says she anticipated the negative feedback. I'm not surprised at all.
He said it's an advantage. She don't think it's fair. They know that a man is stronger than a woman, man. Even if you have some men who not stronger than some women, according to the Most High, you're not equal to a man.
Right.
You shouldn't be trying to fight to be in men's sports.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shalom, y'all. What's going on? Keep going.
Come. Fox says she anticipated the negative feedback. I'm not surprised at all. Fox, 37 tells time. It's part of our history as human beings. People that we don't understand, we always try to make fun of or sensationalize. Despite the backlash, Fox is still fighting against females. The Florida State Boxing Commission has licensed Fox to fight as a woman, and Fox will face Alana Jones in a CFA fight in Coral Gables, Florida on Friday night.
You can start right there. That's just disgusting, man. You know what I mean?
And Salaki, if I may, when this happened, I was reading articles about that back in
What year was that?
2013.
Okay.
And one of the woman that she crushed her skull, basically, she crushed her skull. She said that she had never fought someone where.
Were these two Edomites?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, actually, he looks like he might be Israel, but she was saying that she never fought someone who had the strength or hit as hard. But she said, but I don't want to say that's because of her change. But she said she'd never been in the ring with someone with that type of strength or hit that hard.
Yeah, he's just trying to protect it, man. Like,
right.
That's all that is. But that's exactly why. Because that masculine strength. Oh man, that's the one he was fighting said that.
Kind.
She realized that when she got off the ground. Give me Romans chapter 1.
But there is one, sir.
Give me Romans chapter 1.
Okay.
Who that?
Transgender female basketball player.
Basketball player, WNBA.
George Washington University.
Is it a sister?
Sir. Wow.
What year is that?
This right here. Well, 2010, but she was born in 1989, but 2010.
Go ahead, let me hear that.
Kai Alams, Slovakia, born October 23rd, 1989, is a former college basketball player for the George Washington University women's team, who in 2010 came out as a trans man, becoming the first openly transgender NCAA Division I college athlete. And that's all they're giving, but you can see the difference.
Give me Romans chapter 1. Start at verse 25. You got a slave?
Come on. The book of Romans chapter 1. Verse, you said 25, sir?
Come on, let me hear that.
Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Who told you? I mean, that's so broad. That's dealing with a lot. But who told you that a man could be a woman? And a woman can be a man? You know what I mean? A man is a man, and a woman is a woman. No matter how much y'all try to switch the chromosomes and lie and all that garbage, man. Read that line again.
Khan. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie? You know what I mean? This of course, this talking about Esau.
Right.
I mean, Esau done changed the truth of God to a lie. He told you Christ was white.
Right.
And gay.
Right.
He told you King James was white and gay.
Right.
He told you God was white. He told you the angels was white. He told you Moses was white. He told you the prophets was white. You read in the Bible, they all black.
Right.
You know what I mean? He told you a man can be a woman, a woman can be a man. He told you a man can sleep with a man, a woman can sleep with a woman. He told you a man can sleep with a child. You know what I mean? He pushing for that too.
Right.
And they already doing it. Look at the Pope. The history of all them damn popes. Pedophiles. Who changed the truth into a lie? Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Go ahead.
Come on, Khan. And worship and serve the Creator more than the Salakia. And worship and serve the creature more than the Creator.
Worship and serve the creature more than the Creator. Like Chad Willis said, bow down. He wants you to worship him, man. And when you change, when you are transgender or anything like that, trying to change your sexuality, you bowing down to the one who ordered you to do that, who wrote that into law. You know what I mean?
Salakia, sir, what you said a second ago was so heavy. It's like, if you put that out there, even the dumbest person should be able to understand when you say, who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Mm-hmm.
You follow that with many things that Esau has changed. And it's so blatantly obvious. Here's what the Bible says, but here's what your oppressor says. And you know the oppressor said it.
But you know why it's difficult? Why Israel don't understand it, how you breaking it down in a simple way? It's a reason why. Black people would get this, but it's a reason why they don't.
It's like, man, they love their oppressor.
No, not that. Not that.
Well, Salakia, also the veil hasn't been lifted up, I'm assuming.
What do you mean?
In the sense of being able to, well, they aren't following the law, statutes, and commandments, but the veil, their eyes have
But
been
why they not following the law, statutes, and commandments?
Salakia, because the word of God was changed into a lie. Because the oppressor gave them his set of laws.
That ain't what I'm looking for, though. That ain't
Yes, sir.
Michael Lott?
Would it be John 80:44? The year of your father the devil?
Hey, look, I was gonna go into that next, but not right now. Not that.
Okay, come.
Not that. Why do black people don't know who they are? Okay, we know Esau. We know it's Esau. We know it's Esau. But what about Esau? What did Esau do? Go ahead.
I don't know if it's self-explanatory or not, but what we know about the law, statutes, commandments back then, it was the truth, but once it came in, you know what I'm saying, during slavery, after slavery, he had changed the word to a lie.
What do you mean by that, during slavery?
You know, he had took our heritage, you know, he took our language, took away our culture, and he made us go into his culture, into his...
How did he do that?
How he do that?
Yeah, how he do that?
Shit, he had enslaved us, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He did the things like butt breaking.
Okay, he did all that, but
all that,
he did all that, but why do we believe?
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Michael Lott. Try not to give it away.
When he says the image of Christ is himself, made himself to be God and all that.
Okay, that's good, but it's a reason, man. It's a reason why we believe it. It ain't because he said it. It ain't because he said it. Like the white man could have told us anything. We ain't just believe it because he said it.
So like, sir, is it because he changed the image and made himself a God? Made himself God?
Mm-mm. I'm gonna get one more try.
Oh, Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
You gotta go back to when you brought out Deuteronomy 28. This day, the curse, because we were cursed by the Moses.
Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. When I say this, y'all gonna be like, oh, because of your Christian pastors, man. Your Christian pastors. That's why it's hard for us to believe. Because they ain't teaching us the truth. We know the white man's a liar, but your Christian pastor is a liar. Your Christian pastor lied to you. If your Christian pastor was telling you the truth, it wouldn't matter what the white man said. You would have leaders you look up to that understand that a man can't be with a man because T.D. Jakes will be teaching it. You know what I mean? If your pastors, all them black people in the congregation, they'll be believing what Creflo Dollar is saying and what Eddie Long. But the fact that they believe in what the oppressor say and how the way of life of the oppressor, Eddie Long gonna sleep with little boys. Creflo Dollar gonna ask you for $65 million to get a damn jet. You know what I mean? TD Jakes gonna tell you, the Lord love homosexuals. He gonna tell you that the Lord love homosexuals. It ain't in the Bible, but that's why it's hard for black people to understand the truth, because the people who we look up to teach us lies. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Like what verse
25. Unless you finish it, go ahead.
The greater who is blessed forever. Amen.
Keep going.
Come on, verse 26. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
The women change their natural use into that which is against nature. What is vile affection?
The vile affection, them having lustful thoughts for their own sex, for the same sex.
Yeah, they disgusting. They disgusting lust, man. You know what I mean? The things that they lust for and love with it is filthy and nasty, man. Like cutting your rod off and trying to get a damn vagina, man. Read after vile affection. Read that line.
Come on. For even their women,
our women, go ahead,
did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Into that which is against nature. What's natural for a woman is to be with a man.
Right.
Well, she going against that nature, that natural, you know what I mean, her natural use. She's sleeping with a woman. You always hear, I know in the word, I always hear women, black women say, even when I be watching TV sometimes, I get a little snippet, you know what I mean, or watching on YouTube, the sister always be like, another black woman ask another sister, have you ever slept with a woman? And the sister response be, if she say no, her next response be, well, I always wanted to try it. I mean, I always wanted to know what if, you know what I mean, experience that. And the ones who have, they say, every black woman always wanted to experience sleeping with a woman at least one time in their life. That's disgusting, man.
Right.
That's where we at. That's how beat down we are. We've been conditioned to think like that. And them same women, you know what they claim their religion is? Christianity.
Right. It's like, sir, if I may, that very thing you just said, it's heavy because me, when I was out there in the world, I know that our sisters get that from these heathen women, especially Edomite women. Edomite women will do it just for the fun of it, just on the whim, just to say they did it.
Listen, if you Edomite women, what do you call Edomite women? Becky. That name alone comes with so much vile, discussing stuff with it.
Right.
When black men say it.
Right.
Let's call her Becky. You already know what type of white woman she is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just that name alone. Of course she disgusting and nasty in the porno star.
Right.
That's who she really is, the cave woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that don't mean you gotta follow, that don't mean that Eve gotta do that.
Right.
That's the problem. The problem is you envy not your oppressor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay, can you read, sir?
Con, unless you about to say something?
Oh, wow, sir.
Go ahead.
And likewise, also the men,
Likewise, also the man. Go ahead.
leaving the natural use of the woman.
Leaving the natural use of a woman. A man's supposed to sleep with a woman.
Right.
I don't know why that's hard to understand. A man's supposed to sleep with a woman, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come on, God. Burn in their lust one toward another. Men
Burning
with
their
men.
lust one towards another. Man with man. That's a man lusting another man. You know what I mean? Like you what? I ain't trying to sound disgusting, but if you ain't putting it in a woman, man, what are you doing, man?
Right.
Like that's a vile affection. You disgusting, huh? You nasty, man. And that's why diseases come with that, because the Lord hates it. It's an abomination.
Right.
Go ahead.
Men with men, working that which is unseemly.
Working that which is unseemly. And that's strange. Like that ain't natural. That's not gonna bring that's not gonna bring life into the earth.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna replenish the earth. It's not gonna multiply. You're not gonna have children. You can't procreate.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's unseemly. You can only get the disease that the Lord curse you with.
Right.
Go ahead.
And receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat.
Recompense of the error, which was meat. Now, the Lord gonna pay you for that, man. He's gonna punish you for that. Anything else on that?
Wow, sir.
Any questions? Hey, hold on. Who? We got Makulat, Sister Chappelle, Yahweh Yadai. Y'all the only 3 people on the conference call, or we got somebody else that called in? All right. Any questions?
Shalom, y'all the one.
Go ahead.
I don't have a question. I just want to say to all class tonight, y'all the one.
Hey, the water, man. Most High in Christ.
So, like if I may, sir, with this is heavy. When you think about these women that are out here doing this, there's a sister, well, she's Israel, that I work with, and she is lesbian.
Hey, give me the aged woman. It's gonna be the last scripture. But go ahead though.
The sister that I work with, she's a lesbian, and what I've found is, and I know it's because of being in the I.S.U.P.K. and because she's around a man, she doesn't operate in her lust when she's around me. She operates like a woman when she's around me.
Oh,
But
okay.
everyone else, she changes the tone of her voice. She acts more dominant, and it's sad. But when I come around her, it's always her being soft with me. She's acting like a woman when she's around me. So it's a powerful thing to see that. But it's just it's horrible because she's destroyed. She asked me a couple days ago, "Am I a heathen?"
Do they know you in the truth? That's
Yes.
funny. Oh, they
Yes.
do.
Yes.
I'm saying you don't be going around them and
No, I don't. No, I don't do all the blasting, but they do know how I move.
right, because when the days come up, you
right,
like Passover and things like that, right?
right, and they watch. Some of them have went and looked up some of the videos.
Oh yeah, they seen you.
Kind of, they've seen me. They've seen the school. They know. But the black folks in there, they were talking about it a couple days ago, saying, "Have you seen this right here? Look at this video." And it's of us standing, and then someone teaching.
Yeah, I experienced that too. Somebody, right?
Right.
They seen us me downtown, but I was like, yeah.
So
You got a scripture?
Come on. The book of TITHES, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becoming holiness.
Right, like the aged woman, you grown older black women, you gotta teach these young sisters that having their first time experience with another woman is not accepted by God, man.
right.
You gotta teach them that. But you condone that. Black women be condoning it, man. You grew up in the ghettos in the inner city. They were in and out of the house, man. In and out of them public housing. You seen all types of whoredom. You seen it. You grew up around it. The woman be condoning. The man ain't in the house. He probably dead or in jail, or on dope, cracked out. And the household is dysfunctional. The daughter, the young girl grow up to be a whore. Your son probably a drug dealer, falling behind his father, or a gang member or something. You know what I mean? That's what America did to blacks, Hispanic, Native American Indian people, man. Dysfunctional households. But you still got people who think that they know have understanding. You know what I mean? And they teaching the generation the wrong thing.
Right.
Instead of teaching them, no, you need a man. You teaching that you don't need no man. You need a man if you're a black woman.
Right.
Matter of fact, black women need their man more than any other woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep going.
Not false accusers.
Not false accusers. Go
Not
ahead.
giving too much wine.
Not being a drunk or alcoholic. You know what I mean? Black women like to party. You know what I mean? Making all that money. They want to go out and girls just want to have fun, they say. Or I be seeing black women get blonde hair. I heard blondes do it better. All that garbage, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things, man. Tell her she can't be no lesbian. That's teaching her something good.
Right.
Tell her she need a man and she should be with one man. The next man she gets should be her man forever. Or teach her as a young girl, her first man she get, that's her husband forever according to God. That's teaching her good things. Teach her not to turn her hair blonde.
Right.
You know what I mean? Teach her not to put Gorilla Glue in her hair. You know what I mean? Teach her not to go and date a white boy like Chad Wheeler and date outside her race.
Right.
I mean, go ahead.
Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober,
It may teach the young women to be sober. Go ahead.
to love their husband,
Right.
to love their children.
Right.
Verse 5.
No, that's it.
Okay,
Matter of fact, let me hear the last. What verse 5 say? It might add on to it.
come on. To be discreet, chastity, keepers at home,
To be discreet, chast, and keep us at home. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
good, obedient to their own husband,
Good, obedient to their own husband. That's like a sin to black women. Obeying their husband, that's like a sin. Go ahead.
that the word of God be not blasphemed.
The word of God be not blasphemy, man. People don't look at this, you know what I mean, disrespect it. They don't make fun of it, man. They look at the church. We claiming to be the children of Israel. They looking at us like, man, if this how the children of Israel, this how y'all are, man. I see why the Lord cursed y'all.
Right.
You know, man, they look at us like y'all never gonna get it right.
Right.
But we getting it right in the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
under Commander General Yahanna.
Right.
With that, I'm gonna pass it over to the priest and officer, the Pachkaya.
Shalom Israel, this is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K start at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After that 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My I.S.U.P.K, that means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasure department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Next holy convocation is the Feast of Purim. It's February 25th throughout 26th. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf. With that, Israel, give one salute, Amitem. Men Israel, give a curse salute. Men Israel, Amitem Sabat, Amitem, Rock, Yahweh Shem Thumb. Well, I said to you in English, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Yah Matah means hand down. That's no system class day, so class dismissed.